Welcome to today morning's daily divine discussion. I'll be very happy if you all turn on your videos. That'd be encouraging for me. And we'll start with prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Panghum Langhayate Girim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Shri Gurum Dinatarinam. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Very happy and delighted to be with all of you today. And I hope my voice is loud and clear. Okay, so we are going to proceed ahead in this journey of this Narada boy. This Narada boy's bhakti's journey when he came in contact with the Bhakti Vedantas. And the last shloka mentioned that how this Narada boy, he went through different varieties of stages. So that stage, Uchishta lepanunumuto dujai sakritsma bunje tatapasta kilbisha evam pravrittasya vishuddha chetatas tadharma evatma ruchi prajayate. How he took the remnants of the food of this great Bhakti Vedantas and what happened, how his bhakti progressed. He developed desire to serve, spruha, bhakti spruha. He actually did the devotional service, performance of bhakti, which is bhajan. Anartha nivritti, all the obstacles in the path of bhakti, they went away. You know why we recite the prayers, Mangalacharan? The purpose of reciting any Mangalacharan or prayers is to remove the obstacles. Say Mangalacharan hai Trivida Prakar, Vastu Nirdesh Ashirvada Namaskar. Yes, say Mangalacharan. We recite the prayers, right? Haya Trivida Prakar. Usually they have three types. What are they? Vastu Nirdesh, indicating the subject matter. Ashirvad, blessings. And Namaskar, offering obeisances. Right? And when we do these three things, what happens? These three aspects, they remove all the inauspiciousness. So he got all the anartha nivritti. Then when the anarthas go away, we become stable in bhakti, nishtha. And then what developed? Ruchi. Ruchi praja. Tadharma evatma ruchi prajayate. Yes, I developed a transcendental taste. So we had seen till here. Now we go to the next sloka. Tatranvaham Krishna kathag pragayatam anugrahena shrinavannmanohara tashraddayame nupadam vishrinvatah priyashravasyangamamabhavadruchihi Tatranvaham Krishna katha pragayatam anugrahena shrinavannmanohara tashraddayamenupadam vishrinvatah priyashravasyangamamabhavadruchihi Tatranvaham Krishna Katha Pragayatam Anugrahena Shrinavannmanohara Tadshraddayamenupadan Vrishinvata Priyashravasyangamama Bhavadruchihi. Any two devotees wanting to recite? Yes, Sachidanand Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Tatranvam Krishna Katha Pranayatam Anugrena Sarnavam Manohara Tasardhayami Anupadam Visrinvat Priya Sarvasyanga Mama Bhavadruchi. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Grace Bhakti Sundari Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. तत्रान्वहं कृष्णकथा प्रगायताम् अनुग्रहेण शृण्वं मनोहर सा श्रद्धया मेऽनुपदं विशृण्वतः प्रियश्रवस्यङ्गममाभवत् रुचिः।
Thank you, Mataji. His Grace Shyam Sundar Prabhu, you can read the translation. You can unmute and read.
Uh, O Vyasadeva, in that association and by the mercy of those great Vedantis, I could hear them describe the attractive activities of Lord Krishna, and those listening attentively, my taste for hearing of the personality of Godhead increased at every step.
Hari bol. The same thing even the sages of Naimisharanya they say, right? They avitripyan hidrisha. This party vayam tu na vitripyama uttama shloka lileya yashrinvatam rasajnana swadu swadu pade pade. This rasagyan, Bhagavatam is what? Rasagyan, knowledge of the mellows of Lord. There's wonderful taste, there is rasa. When we drink a juice, there is rasa. Right, the taste. So Bhagavatam is also like drinking of this wonderful juice. Swadu swadu pade pade. Swad means taste. Swadu swadu means the taste is continuously increasing pade pade as we keep taking different steps. With different steps, the taste keeps increasing. So that is a test we should see here. Every Bhagavatam class, we are coming every day. Is our taste growing? Or we are thinking, oh, I heard this yesterday also. I heard this day before yesterday. I heard this last week also. I think I'm hearing the same thing again and again. What is this? Or we are getting irritated. So that is the test of growth in bhakti. Test of growth in bhakti is taste is increasing or not. So the test is taste. Let's see this sloka. Tatranvaham Krishna katha pragayatam. So Tatra anu aham. Every day. So Narad Muni also started attending daily divine discussions from the Bhaktivedanta. Tatra anu aham. Every day I joined the Bhagavatam class. Krishna katha. Hari bol. So we are also following the footsteps. Mahajano yena gata sapanta. We are following in the footsteps of these great souls. Yes, Krishna Katha Pragayatam. So all these Bhaktivedantas, Pragayatam, they used to sing the Krishna Katha. They used to sing these verses. That technology was available to all the great sages. They never used to speak, they used to sing. That's Vedic times. Every word is a song. No, we cannot, many of us cannot sing, and many of us cannot even compose poetry. We don't have that ability. That's why Kavi means a very intelligent person. He's able to compose nice poetry. And what happened? Anugrahena Shrinavan Manohara. By their causeless mercy, Ashrinvan Manohara. Whatever I was hearing, I was getting attracted very much. It was very attractive subject message. Then what happened? Ta Shraddayame. So here the word Shraddha means respect. Shraddha means faith. But Acharyas described this Shraddha is the 10th stage. We described different stages, right? In the first sloka, Narad Muni experiences 4 stages. Right? We remember what are those 4 stages? Last time Bhakti Sundari Mataji had told very nicely. Mercy of devotees, service to devotees, faith, and taking shelter of Guru. Then the next 5 stages. The last sloka spoke about 5 stages. Bhakti spruha, desire for, intense desire for bhakti. Then doing bhajan, bhajana kriya. Then anartha nivritti, nishtha, ruchi. So like that 9 stages are done. 4 plus 5, 9. So this sloka Shraddha is the 10th stage which is called as Asakti, attachment. He became so attached to the personality. Ruchi means you have taste to hear Bhagavatam. Asakti means you have developed that attachment for Krishna. So one has got attached to Krishna. That is the Shraddha. So Shraddha here indicates the 10th stage of Asakti, and at every moment, little, he was hearing one word, each word that he heard, he started developing bhava for Krishna. Bhava. And that's what Bhagavatam promises. What is Srimad Bhagavatam? Paramananda Pathaya Prema Varshyakshanayate Sarvada Sarva Sevaye Shri Krishnaya Namo Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam is Sakshat Krishna. Sri Krishnaya Namo Namaha. You're offering obeisances to Bhagavatam. You're offering obeisances to Krishna. We are listening to Srimad Bhagavatam. We are actually listening to Krishna. We are with Krishna. So that is why Bhagavatam, Paramananda Path, that only one way you can access Krishna, if Paramananda Pathaya. You are happy in the Bhagavatam class, that's all. If anybody is happy in the Bhagavatam class, you are with Krishna. You are not happy in Bhagavatam class, Krishna will come and look at your face. Hey, this person is not happy. Okay, maybe I'll go somewhere else. Bye. Krishna goes. Right? Paramananda Pathaya. We should be very happy in that part. Then what happens? Prema Varshya Aksharayate. Every Akshara, every letter has the potency to provide our heart, fill our heart with prema. Yes, every day I'm seeing 3 centimeters snowfall, 4 centimeters snowfall, like that. Yesterday it was in inches. Yes, 10 inches snowfall. It was very heavy. Yeah, inches snowfall. So like that, Bhagavatam is profuse prema fall. Fall, okay, you don't fall in prema, it is rise. But our heart gets flooded with that prema varsha aksharayate. And that is why sarvada sarvasevai, at all particular points of time, at all times we should be ready to receive Srimad Bhagavatam. We should be ready. Sarvada sarvasevai, at all point of time, let's have this service attitude to Bhagavatam. And what is the service we have to do? Listen happily, that's all. Yes, so Narada did that, and thus his rati, bhava, increased. So in this particular sloka, although the last line is Priyashravasyang mama bhavat ruchihi, mama avabhat ruchi, I develop ruchi, but ruchi was already developed in the previous stage. Then what is this? This is not ruchi, this is, of course, this is taste, but this taste has increased so much that that intense taste is called as bhava. A bhava bhakta cannot live without Krishna. He has that much taste. Just like we cannot survive without breathing. We can hold our breath for 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Some people do this competition of going underwater and holding breath for 5 minutes, whatever. But we have to understand this very clearly, that for a Bhava Bhakta, Krishna is the prana. He is the prana. He is the life. And that much taste he has developed. Priya Shravasi. Priya Shravasi means about whom to hear is very, very pleasing. He is called as Priya Shravasi. Pleasing to hear about him. So that is the 11th stage. So 10th and 11th stages are developed here. Shraddha, which is Asakti, and Ruchi, actually this is not Ruchi. Ruchi is already developed. This is intense Ruchi, which is called as Rati. Rati or Bhava. Bhava Bhakti. So Narada has entered into Bhava Bhakti stage. Now one may ask a question. How so much progress in such a short time? He is not even 4 months old in Krishna consciousness. Prabhu, we have done bhakti for 4 years, 40 years. We don't develop all these things. Why? And that is why after meeting the spiritual master, those 4 qualities are very important. Dante, Adrita Kridanake, Anuvartini, Alpabhashini. These 4 qualities we have to develop. Dante, sense control. Have we developed? Don't know. Adrita Kridanake. Frivolous activities, have we given up? Don't know. Yes. Alpabhashini. Oh, we talk so much of nonsense. We hardly talk Krishna Katha. Anuvartini. Are we obedient to instruction of Guru? To chant attentively? Strictly follow 4 regulative principles? Serve in the mission of Prabhupada in the mode of servant of the servant? So these 4 qualities after meeting Guru we have to take seriously. Then these progress will be very swift. If the progress is not happening, you have to go back to NOI. Vacho, Vegam, Manasakrodha, Vegam. We have to see. Where are we stuck? Somewhere our bhakti is getting stuck. If the water flow is not coming, first thing we think, we turn on the motor, we try to fill up the tank. But the tank is full. Oh, the tank is full, then why water is not coming? Then there must be some block in the pipeline. So we try to remove that block. So our process is full. If you got Diksha, pump is on. The overhead tank has to be full. Why tap water is not coming? It is not coming because there is a choke. Something is choking our bhakti. So very beautifully Bhagavatam boils these 4 qualities. Dante, another. So the first verse is Dante. Dante is the first sloka of NOI. The 6 Vegas to be controlled, sense control. Yes. Adrita Kridanake. Not attached to frivolous activities. That is taking care of the second verse practically. Anuvartini. Anuvartini is the third verse of NOI. See, tat karma pravartanat sangatyagat sato vritte. Anuvartini. Sato vritte. The vartini is coming here. And alpa bhashini. How we are associating with devotees. The fourth sloka is, in loving exchanges, we should have loving exchanges with words. Alpa bhashini. Alpa bhashini means talking as less material and more about Krishna. That is alpa bhashini. So that should be our exchanges. So it's an easy way to remember these 4 principles. We do this, we will make progress. Okay. Her Grace Meenakshi Krishna Prada Mataji, you can read the purport. Yes, Prabhu, please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Lord Sri Krishna, the absolute personality of Godhead, is attractive not only in his personal features but also in his transcendental activities. It is so because the Absolute is absolute by his name, fame, form, pastimes, entourage, paraphernalia, etc. The Lord descends on this material world out of his costless mercy and displays his various transcendental pastimes as a human being so that human being attracted towards him because able to go back to Godhead. Men are naturally apt to hear histories and narrations of various personalities performing mundane activities without knowing that by such association one simply wastes valuable time and also becomes addicted to the 3 qualities of mundane nature.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Yesterday I was reading a Sandarbha where Srila Jiva Goswami has written Sandarbhas for us to develop more taste in Srimad Bhagavatam. By reading Sandarbhas, 2 things happens. One thing is, you'll develop devotion for Amala Mahaprabhu, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we also develop staunch faith that the best book, the best scripture, best of all is Srimad Bhagavatam. That is Amala Mahapuran. So these 2 Amalas should be our life and soul. Amala Mahaprabhu and Amala Mahapuran. Yes. So when I was reading, he was mentioning how to become good devotee. Yes, how to become a good devotee, he was telling. How many of you want to be good devotees? How nice sutra was telling. Jiva Goswami was telling very nice sutra. So he was telling that in this day and age of Kali Yuga, one will become a good devotee simply by worshipping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, accepting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as one's master, and accepting his simple teachings of performing Sankirtan without any offenses. Yes, by this you will become a great devotee. And repeatedly, again and again, it is like Krishna, he speaks a shloka to the Markandeya. He says, Ahameva kalau vipra nityam prachanna vigraha bhagavad bhakta rupena lokan rakshami sarvada. So this comes in the Naradi Puran, where Krishna tells to Markandeya that Aham eva, it is me only, kalau, I will come in the Kali Yuga. This is a great compassion. Nobody wants useless students. Nobody wants useless people in their team. Nobody wants useless people in their family also. But Kali Yuga, Krishna is willing to come again for the Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga souls means useless people. Satya, Treta, Dwapar fail. They failed all these 3 yugas. Useless people, all of us, yes. But even for the useless people, I will come with my greatest compassion. Aham eva kalau vipra. And still now they have not accepted my avatar. Whenever I came as Rama, Narsimha, Vamana, but I tried everything. And these people have not accepted my wonderful forms. I came as Sakshat Krishna also, Dwapar Yuga, end of Dwapar Yuga. Still these people have not accepted me. So now I'll come with my supreme compassion. I will come with compassion. Although Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu, he is a Karuna Sagar, but still I demand a lot. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. I demand surrender and I demand completely give up all varieties of other duties. But this time I will just come. Prachanna vigraha. I am a vigraha. I will come as a vigraha, but prachanna. I'll be covered over. I'll not come as Lord. Coming as Lord does not work. But Bhagavad Bhakta Rupena, I will come as Bhagavad Bhakta, a devotee of the Lord. I will take that form and I will come. Maybe this will work. See his compassion. So Lord as a devotee is million times more compassionate because he comes with the compassion of Srimati Radharani. He comes with the heart of Srimati Radharani. He comes with the bhava that Srimati Radharani has for Krishna. He comes with her color, her golden, molten golden color. And what I will do, Lokan Rakshami Sarvada. I will protect everybody always. So if we take shelter of such Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is the way you will become a sadhu. The Jiva Goswami writes that you become a sadhu. And sadhu means he gives three things of a sadhu. It's connected to what discussion we are doing. That's why I'm quoting this. Number one, you will immediately develop qualities. Titikshava, Karunika, Suhridam, Sarvadehina, Ajata, Shatrava, Shanta, Sadhava, Sadhu Bhushana. You can identify a sadhu by the ornaments of a sadhu. What are the ornaments? He will have 5 ornaments. Titikshava, he will be tolerant. Karunika, he will always be merciful to other devotees and other people in general. Suhridam Sarva Dehina, he is a well-wisher of everyone, always constantly thinking and working for everyone's welfare. That is giving them Krishna consciousness. And in preaching, whatever obstacle comes, Titikshava, he is tolerant. Ajata Shatrava, he doesn't make enemies, he only makes friends. And there is no Shatru born for him. There is no enemy born for this devotee. Shanta is very peaceful. Whatever materially he gets, whatever food one gets, whatever wealth one gets, one is satisfied. Adata Shatrava Shanta Sadhava Sadhu Bhushana. These are the ornaments of such a sadhu. Yes, these ornaments will be visible. And what are the invisible ornaments? Some are visible ornaments. What about invisible ornaments? Mai ananyena bhavena bhaktim kurvanti ye dridam matkrite tyakta karmanas tyakta svajana bandhava. These are all shlokas coming where Kapila tells to Devahuti who is a sadhu. And sadhu is that person who has ananya bhava. Yes, this bhava is important, which Narada has developed. And ananya means they have that feeling only for me, only for Krishna. Now some people cry in Krishna Katha, they cry in Kirtan, and they will go cry watching movies also. They'll go and cry when India loses the cricket match. They cry when they are scolded by somebody. They cry always. They cry for everything. That is not real bhav. So real bhav is my ananyena bhavena. Only for Krishna they have bhav, and because of which bhaktim kurvanti ye dridam. They are performing bhakti with great determination. They chant the rounds with determination. They without fail they chant the rounds attentively. Without fail they listen Bhagavatam attentively. They read Bhagavatam. And matkrite tyakta karmanas, for my sake. When time comes for Krishna's sake, they give up their so-called duties also. Tyakta swajana bandhava. Even if there are obstacles, like Prahlad had obstacle of swajana, who is Hiranyakashipu. Swajana means his relatives. Bandhava is relatives. His own people, kinsmen and relatives. Arjuna gave it up. Prahlad gave up Hiranyakashipu. Bibhishan gave up Ravana. Yes, tyakta swajana bandhava. This is a sadhu. He is willing to give his so-called material responsibilities and relationships if it is coming as an obstacle to performing his bhakti properly. One more, then final verse that comes is Madashraya katha mrishta shrunvanti katayanti cha tapante vividas tapas naitan madgata chetasa. The last definition of sadhu, that mad ashraya, that devotee having taken shelter of Krishna. How he takes shelter of Krishna? Katha mrishta, by being happy in the katha, by being happy in the Bhagavatam discussion. See, I'm not making it up. Again and again, the same theme is coming. Shrinvanti katayanti cha. Sometimes he is listening, sometimes he is speaking. These are the only two business, Shravan, Kirtan. They are the two main business of sadhu. Other all maintenance of body relatives is a side business. But this is the main business. Tapanti vivadas tapas naitan. In this world, everybody is suffering threefold miseries. Different types of miseries. Everybody is tapanti. Tapa. Threefold miseries. But naitan, not for a sadhu. Why? Madgatena chetasa. Madgata chetasa. His consciousness is completely in me. A person who is fully Krishna conscious has no material suffering. Such is a sadhu. Right? So that is why it is very important people have this tendency to hear about histories, narrations. All this is simply time waste of time. It is vivida tapa. It is going to increase your tap. So that propensity, instead of wasting time, we should hear Bhagavatam. Yes, we should hear about the Supreme Lord. We should hear about His name, fame, qualities, pastime and become a sadhu. If we are not yet become a sadhu, we will become sadhu when we accept Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and chant the holy name. But what if we are not becoming? At least behave like one. And the right behavior of sadhu is attachment to Shravanam and Kirtanam, which is shown by Narad Muni. So he has become a sadhu here. He may be a Shudra boy in his past. That past is finished. Now he is a sadhu. Okay. Who would like to read next? Nisha Prabhu's hand was up, but she is driving. I don't want to disturb her. Okay, I'll raise Dayami Radha Prabhu instead of.
Where do I read from, Prabhuji? Instead of.
Instead of.
Instead of
I'm giving you the highlights. You can read the highlighted portion.
Thank you. Instead of wasting time, one can get spiritual success by turning his attention to the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. By hearing the narration of the pastimes of the Lord, one contacts directly the personality of Godhead. And as explained before, by hearing about the personality of Godhead from within, all accumulated sins of the mundane creature are cleared. Thus being cleared of all sins, the hearer gradually becomes liberated from mundane association and becomes attracted to the features of the Lord. Narada Muni has just explained this by his personal experience. The whole idea is that simply by hearing about the Lord's pastimes, one can become one of the associates of the Lord.
Yes, Hare Krishna. I was doing the Sadhu Sangha program here in Winnipeg. So one upcoming devotee asked a question. Is there a way we can participate in Lord's pastimes? I was explaining about 4 types of devotees. Sadhana Bhakta, Bhava Bhakta, Prema Bhakti and Parishada. So we are going to study this in detail in the next class. Every Monday and Tuesday, of course it will be in Hindi language, we are discussing the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. We are going to be discussing this very deeply. So those devotees who wish to participate, it will be a half an hour discussion, so 1 hour per week, Monday and Tuesday. And those who want to take part can take part, where we are going to very deeply discuss all these bhaktis, Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. So I discuss about Parshad and some of the tendencies we want to become the highest. So this devotee raised hand, oh, can we also participate? I said you can apply, send your application. Send your application and Krishna will accept. It depends. And if yours gets accepted, please accept ours. But the easiest way to become an associate of Lord, Narad Muni has shown us the way. How did he become Parishad or associate of Lord? Simply by relishing Krishna Katha in association of devotees. That's all. So relishing Krishna Katha in association of devotees and relishing the chanting of the holy name, the Sankirtan. These 2 things is what is required. Relishing. We perform Sankirtan, we perform Bhagavatam class, that's okay. But we relish Bhagavatam class, we relish Sankirtan, that's more important. I was reading yesterday, see how merciful is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In the previous ages, it was not that the process of Sankirtan was not there. The process of Sankirtan was there, but this was performed by very, very elevated Uttama Bhaktas. Yes, very confidential pastime. Just like Mahaprabhu performing his Sankirtan only in the Srivas Angan with the close associates. It was like that. But then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that why is Mahavadanyaya? without any patra na deki, without seeing the qualification, disqualification. I am going to distribute this free of cost. Qualified, unqualified, just come and take part in Sankirtan. That's it. Yesterday, we had our Soul Spark event. This was our first ever mega youth event that we had. It was a very bad weather, but still many came. And I was so amazed to see some Western bodied boys and girls who had come to the program. They were dancing and singing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the Sankirtan movement as though they belonged there. I was leading the Kirtans and I was watching and mesmerized. Wow, that which was performed by Uttama Bhaktas, which is now performed by anybody who is just walking at entry point. You can do Sankirtan. Just a little bit of science of Sankirtan you explain and people are doing it. And they get full mercy of Mahaprabhu. Ooh. They all agreed to apply tilak, honored prasadam. And my God, this is working. Mahaprabhu's mercy is working. They were so happy to see that. So joy. Wow. So this is the mercy. What is highest? Highest is given. Because Rasa Leela is not for everybody. Rasa Leela, Krishna's Rasa Leela is for the topmost, not all gopis, topmost gopis. He played the fifth note. Fifth note is for those Param Sakhis. Only they had come. Even Shiva, the topmost Vaishnava, was not allowed entry. Was told, wait outside. Wait outside and do the job of security guard, sentry. Any unqualified person trying to enter, show them off. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya, that same Ras Leela has been translated for all of us as the Prema Sankirtan. And everybody is given entry, free of cost. This is called as Supreme Mercy. That is why he is Mahavadanyaya. So we accept Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Mahavadanyaya and we are going to be sadhus. And eventually we can all become, just by relishing Bhagavatam and relishing the Sankirtan, these two things, we are going to definitely become associates of Lord very soon. Parshads, it's possible. Okay. Sachidanand Prabhu, you would like to read last paragraph?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna
Oh, yes.
Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu, please read.
The whole idea is that simply by hearing about the Lord's pastime, one can become one of the associates of Lord. Narad Muni has eternal life, unlimited knowledge, and unfathomed bliss, and he can travel all over the material and spiritual worlds without restriction. One can attain to the highest perfection of the life simply by attentive hearing of the transcendental pastimes of the Lord from the right sources, as Srinad heard heard them from pure devotees, Bhaktivedanta in his previous life. This process of hearing in the association of the devotee is especially recommended in the age of quarrel, Kali. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, thank you. It's a very clear, loud and clear message. I don't need to give any explanation. Right. So, yes, this is how Narad Muni was initiated. Krishna, in the Bhagavatam 10th Canto 80th chapter, he speaks about three kinds of gurus. Before describing the past, because what happens is Sudama comes in. This is section of Sudama, Krishna Sudama. So Sudama comes inside and Krishna goes, welcomes him, embraces him, but at the same time he starts worshipping him. He says, dismiss all dasis, dismiss. I will personally get the ingredients. I will personally serve Sudama food. I will pursue. Krishna is engaged in personal service. So Sudama got a doubt. Does this guy remember me? I am his childhood friend. He's treating me like some very respectable Brahmana. So I wanted to check, you remember really? So Krishna could say, oh Sudama, you're having this doubt whether I remember you or not. Chalo, I will start some class. So he starts one philosophical discussion on Guru because he wants to discuss about Gurukula. So there he describes three types of Guru. The first Guru is the father. Yes, the father is the first Guru because he's given us this facility, the body for performing devotional service. The second Guru is a Mantra Guru. Now Mantra Guru is the Guru who gives us the Brahman Diksha. Usually Mantra Guru, in Shastra Mantra Guru, for chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra you don't need Guru. The Mantra Guru is required for worshipping deities. And little offense committed in deity worship, the person can suffer a lot. That's why it's very risky. So Guru takes a big risk of seva aparadha. But at the same time, if chanting holy name sincerely will nullify the seva aparadha. That is mercy of Mahaprabhu. So that's why chanting is very important. And then he describes third Guru. Who is the third Guru? The third Guru is that Guru who gives knowledge about Krishna. And such a Guru is as worshipable as me, he says. So that way the position of the Shiksha Guru is even above the Mantra Guru. Now one should not say, okay, let's remove the Diksha Guru's photo from altar and put Shiksha Guru's photo. No, that is not the purpose. So many times in our movement, Diksha Guru is only Shiksha Guru also. You're getting Shiksha also from Diksha Guru, right? But Mantra Guru, more important than the Mantra Guru who gave us the mantra, is the one who is giving us knowledge about Krishna. Yes. Such a Guru is very important. So like that, Krishna tells to Sudama, then he starts describing the pastime of Sudama. So here Narad Muni is getting the Diksha. Diksha kale bhakt kare atma savarpan, sahi kale Krishna tare kare atma sam. Sahi deha kare tara chidanandamaya, aprakrita dehe tara charana bhajaya. So what happens? Now what is happening to Narad Muni slowly? Diksha kale. Of course he is going to get mantra Diksha after this. He will get. But first he is getting the Shiksha. This is more important than Diksha. That's what I was trying to say. Mantra Guru should be respected. Father should be respected. Mantra Guru should be respected. But Krishna emphasizes more on that Guru who gives us knowledge about Krishna. He tells this in the 10th canto 80th chapter. So that is the real Diksha. So what is happening? Diksha kale bhakta kare atma samarpan. So what happens at the time of Diksha? Atma samarpan. You just surrender yourself to the spiritual master, to Krishna through Guru. And what does Krishna do? Sei kale Krishna tare kare atmasam. Krishna makes that initiated disciple as good as himself. It means, what does it mean? It means this. Se deha kare tara chidanandmaya. Your body becomes Satchidananda after Diksha. Just like bell metal is converted to gold with the help of mercury. This process is called alchemy. Sanatana Goswami in Hari Bhakti Vilas compares the Diksha Vidhi to alchemy. So like that a devotee's body is aprakrita deha tara charana bhajaya. So whoever is charana bhajan, doing bhajan of Krishna's lotus feet, such a person gets spiritual body. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Yes. Our Grace Dayami Radha Prabhu, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, wonderful class. I have a question where you had mentioned listening to history and narration is a waste of time, but this is something that has helped me learn about my culture, of my ancestors, my people, my roots, connecting, especially being born and raised in a Western country. So this probably is bodily attachment. And you are suggesting that we spend more time reading Bhagavatam because that's the eternal truth. So how do we detach from this bodily attachment, which makes one think of their society, their people, roots, to validate their beliefs, values, and mannerisms? This is ingrained with us from birth. So we're probably searching for some sort of connection, and that's why we keep searching this up. And true connection, I think you're telling us, is from studying Bhagavatam. But I've always been interested in archaeology and history, and like ancient civilizations, like how my ancestors or people came to be, my culture. I've always been interested in that. So you're telling us, in a sense, that's a waste of time. So I wanted to ask you, how do you kind of get out of that thinking.
Can you see the highlighted section?
Yes.
Thank you. So I was quoting Prabhupada. Now let's come to your question. Now somebody has interest in reading history and archaeology and all these subjects. What does Bhagavatam previously spoken? 1.5.21, 22 actually it is. I'll show you that verse which will give you some hope. Idam hi pumsas tapasas shrutasya va sviktasya suktasya buddhidatteyo avichutortak kavibir nirupito yatuttama shloka gunanuvarnanam. Now you can read this translation.
Learned circles have positively concluded that the infallible purpose of the advancement of knowledge, namely austerities, study of the Vedas, sacrifice, chanting of hymns, and charity, culminates in the transcendental descriptions of the Lord, who is defined in choice poetry.
Even the purpose of history and archaeology and studying races, everything ultimately, if it is leading to the glorification of Lord, how great is Krishna, there is no problem. That is the purpose of teaching all subjects in school. We teach science to say how glorious is Lord. We teach about the solar system to say how great is Krishna. So if that study is helping you to come to a conclusion about Lord's greatness, very nice. When it is useless, when it is disconnected from Krishna. Schools and colleges will become very interesting place if everybody teaches the knowledge connecting it to how Krishna is great. The Bhagavatam also contains history of all the kings, empires, etc. But why it is there in the Bhagavatam? Because those who were Krishna conscious, they flourished. Those who were not, they perished. Those cultures which were Krishna conscious, they lasted. The cultures which were not, they might have come to power for a spike and then they lost. So we have to understand in this point of view. Okay. Grace Anand Manjari Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for wonderful class. Prabhuji, you said ki the deity worship is very risky. If the devotee do the deity worship, so it's risky for them. Why Prabhuji, why is like that?
Oh
If the
yes, there
devotee
are
do
so many
the
offenses you get. Seva
blessings and
aparads.
everything.
It is there. We do so many seva aparads. That's why we recite aparaj moshana mantra, right?
Right.
Aparada sahasrani karomi harnisha. You recite all that. We have to teach our pujaris probably.
But
Pratignato
devotees,
Govinda Name Bhakta Pranashyati Mahiti Sanskritya. We have to recite that aparaj mochana
oh,
mantra.
you mean ki after the
After our seva, we
worship,
beg
then you can
forgiveness.
say the mantras
There
to.
are standard mantras. There are 7 mantras we recite. I'll give you, don't worry.
Okay,
And
Prabhu.
also one
Thank
more
you.
thing is what is important to understand. We will read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu now. In that we will understand how seva paradas are many. But Rupa Goswami writes, by chanting the holy name, we can nullify all the seva paradas.
Okay.
No, you don't get anything. That's the
Okay,
power.
thank you.
But
Okay.
doesn't mean we do take advantage. Do all aparats. Hit the deities, bag the deities, pin them and everything, and Hare Krishna, done. No,
No,
that should not be our attitude.
Prabhu, when I do the
Accidentally committed offenses, accidentally we have committed because of our carelessness, inattention, that is forgiven.
but Prabhu, sorry for that. Ki when we do the Bhagwanji's dressings, we have to use the pin
We
sometime,
should not
everything
poke.
sometime. I say
Because
sorry
even in Mayapur,
myself.
yeah, Prabhu, Mayapur, you touch, the pin touches the deity, you fail the course. You have to redo the
Yeah.
whole course. They are very strict.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to take care.
Yes.
Take care. Hare
Okay. Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Prabhu. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Shyam Sundar Prabhu, we are going to be starting our class. You can keep your question quick. We'll ask, no worries.
Uh, I just want to clear my doubt. Like, is it first Sankirtan was started in Srinivas Agan? Is it the way?
Shrivas Angan. Yes. Mahaprabhu first started Sankirtan. No, Shrivas Angan was Kirtan started mainly because in the night time they wanted to utilize. Yes. So that was utilized night time. But that was very intimate Sangha. Yeah. Later on Mahaprabhu started everywhere also. So by reading and listening to Gita Bhagavatam, intelligence becomes strong, but mind seems to be the same. Do not worry. With a stout intellect, you will be able to control the mind properly. So please, you are here. Nishi Prabhu, you're here? Yeah. So intelligence, the stouter it gets, so at least you're getting, intellect is becoming stout. And at one particular point of time, intelligence will have a control over mind. But directly also we can control the mind using the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We can start. So chant attentively, the mind will be under control. Thank you all very much. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Samasta Gaur Bhakt